All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a review for 6.1 right before the quiz. We're going to start off by classifying these polynomials and writing them in standard form, but they're already in standard form, so no need to switch anything around each of these anyway. And we have two terms here with a degree of 4, so that's called a quartic. And then two terms, so binomial. Then here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms, degree of 6, a 6th degree polynomial of 5 terms. Make sure it looks like a 5 again. I'll delete this, but just want to make sure as a math teacher I can make a 5. Hey, there we go. All right, so that takes care of those. Now there's a critical thinking question on here that I wanted to talk to you about, and that's why I'm going to talk to you about it right now. It says, why is it impossible to have a linear trinomial with one variable? Now linear means the highest term is actually the 1. And if you only have one variable, then this is what we'd have. Let's do 5x, okay? It says linear trinomial, one variable. So I'm making x my variable. So I could only have room for another constant here. Okay? Now is that a trinomial? No, that's a binomial. So you can't do this with only one variable because then you would have no other term there. So that's why it's impossible. You only have room for a linear term and a constant. That's it. Then some addition problems. Now this is an addition and subtraction problem I thought would be nice to do, just to explain all the fun that we can have with this. Now the first part is addition here, so I'm just going to drop the parentheses. But then over here we have subtraction, so I'm going to change all those signs, or both of those signs I should say. So plus 13m squared n to the third, and then minus 5m to the fourth, because a negative times a positive is a negative. Now once you do that, you're going to combine all your like terms. Now the biggest questions I get on these, which is why I'm doing this, is how do you put it in descending order when you have multiple different variables? That's why I'm just going to do it, and we're going to see what we get. So 8m to the fourth is what we get if we combine, no, that's not right. Not 8m to the fourth. I forgot about the 2m to the fourth. So 13 minus 2 is 11. 11 minus 5 is going to be 6. So 6m to the fourth. So we get there. Then I'm going to see if I have another term to match up or to pair up with my m to the fourth n to the second. I don't. So I'm just going to write plus m to the fourth n to the second there. Then I'm going to see if I have a term to match up with this 13m squared n to the third. I don't. So plus 13m squared n to the third. And then, last but not least, I'm going to talk about my constants. 2 plus 2, that's going to be 4 every day of the week. So that's what you end up getting after that long problem there. Now, that takes care of addition and subtraction all in one problem. The other ones shouldn't be that difficult. And now we're into multiplication. So I'm going to go ahead and take this first term, which is 3x. I'm going to multiply it by 3x minus 6. So I'm taking this first term and distributing it to the binomial there. And then a plus 5 also gets distributed to 3x minus 6. Then we multiply. So I have 9x squared minus 18x plus 15x minus 30. Okay? So then we can combine those two like terms. So I have 9x squared minus 3x minus 30. That's what we end up with right there. Next problem is the big one, I think. Yep, this is my trinomial times a trinomial. So look out, y'all. Here it goes. We're going to take the x squared, and we're going to multiply it by this whole trinomial here. So negative x squared plus 3x minus 5. And then I have minus 2x times negative x squared plus 3x minus 5. Then I have negative 8 times negative x squared plus 3x minus 5. So once again, as I've done previously on other videos, I'm going to go ahead and color code these. So this will be negative x to the fourth minus 3x to the third, and then minus 5x squared. Then I'm going to have this negative times a negative. No, it doesn't look like it, but that's just a negative right there. So it's going to be plus 2x to the third minus 6x squared, and then plus 10x. Then I have a negative. Oh, I changed color. Sorry. This will be plus 8x squared minus 24x, and then plus 40. Okay. So now after that, I'm going to go ahead and combine some like terms. This is alone, so negative x to the fourth. And then let me use, go back to, where did I start with? Red? Go back to red. X to the third and x to the third, that gives me negative x to the third. Then I have an x squared, an x squared, and an x squared, which if I'm not wrong, gives me negative 3x squared. Then I have 10x minus 24x, which is negative 14x. And then last but not least, I have my constant, which is plus 40. So that takes care of that. All right. And I have one more. Now this combines two different variables. There aren't any of these questions on the quiz, but it's still helpful to know what to do. ABC, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Okay, good. So that's part of the alphabet. You'll see why in a second. So that's 8U, not me, U, multiplied by 6U, not me, plus 6V. Then we have plus 4V times 6U, not me, plus 6V. Okay, so just double distributing like we've done before. Now, when we multiply these, U comes before V in the alphabet. So if I ever have to multiply U times V, it's going to end up looking like UV, not VU. Okay, so this would be 48 U squared plus 48 UV. Then I have plus 24. Now it's V times U, but we're going to call it UV. And then plus 24 V squared. So then these two match up. The reason we do this instead of VU is because I don't want you thinking that those are two different terms. They're the same. So we can combine them. So I have 48 U squared plus, now 48 plus 24 is 72 UV, and then plus 24 V squared. Okay, so up until 23, you can finish the rest of those problems. So the homework is numbers 1 through 23 all, especially after you've copied down the problems that I showed you how to do. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.